Radio Maria Malawi, liwu la Kristu nyumba mwanu.
Experience the difference with Luntha Television, where innovation meets experience. Authenticated team, backed by cutting-edge technology, ensures seamless execution and unparalleled results. Luntha guarantees credibility and professionalism in all its endeavors and services. We offer, among this, production and broadcasting of jingles, music videos, narratives, documentaries, press services and programs on location or outside, live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content, sports and entertainment, and advertising for small, medium, and large enterprises. All services are offered at competitive prices. Tune in daily to catch Luntha Television on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kriye 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883 815 055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
A warm welcome. This is Luntha TV News. I'm Kathy Matura giving you the news. Here are the headlines.
Father John Gazuri was executed.
Pope Francis approves decree of martyrdom for Albanian priests and recognizes heroic virtues of 4 individuals. Michael Usi assumes vice president, reflects on legacy of Dr. Saulos Chilima. New MEC chairperson Justice Mtalimanja vows to ensure integrity and credibility of 2025 elections. In international news, Kenyan anti-tax protests turn deadly as 29-year-old man is fatally shot.
We give you the news in detail. Pope Francis, during an audience with the prefect of the Dicastery for the Causes of Saints on Thursday, authorized the promulgation of decrees recognizing the martyrdom of Albanian Father Luigi Palik, OFM, and Father John Gazuli, as well as the heroic virtues of 3 religious individuals, 1 priest and 2 sisters, and 1 lay woman. In the same audience, the Holy Father approved the decree of martyrdom for Father Luigi Palik, a Franciscan priest who was arrested, tortured, and killed by Montenegrin soldiers in 1913 for resisting the persecution of the local population and efforts to force conversions to the Orthodox. Vatican News report read by Bernard Mwanza.
Father John Gazuri was executed in hatred of the faith in 1927 based on false accusations, as his activities were seen as a barrier to the government's efforts to enforce religious unity. Pope Francis also recognized the heroic virtues of 4 individuals: Franciscan Father Isaiah Columbro, Maria Constanza Zauri, founder of the Adorers Handmaids of the Blessed Sacrament, Ascension Sacramento Sanchez, a member of the Cruzada Evangelica Secular Institute, and Vicenta Galate Alonso of the Daughters of Jesus of Burgos. Father Isaiah Columbro, known as the Friar of Hospitality, was born Nicola Antonio Maria in 1908. He was known for his warm welcome to those seeking spiritual and material cohort, particularly aiding the people of Ipenia after the 1980 earthquake. He passed away in 2004. Maria Constanza Zauri was born in Faenza, Italy in 1886. She joined the congregation of the Handmaids of the Sacred Heart in Bologna at 19. Despite prolonged illnesses that left her bedridden, she founded the congregation of the Adorers Handmaids of the Blessed Sacrament. She died in 1954. Ascension Sacramento Sanchez, born in Spain in 1911 as the 7th of 10 children, was inspired by the life of St. Teresa of the Child Jesus. She committed to evangelization and Catholic action, later joining the Cruzada Evangelica Secular Institute. She took perpetual vows and died of typhoid fever in 1946 at the age of 35. Her virtues were highlighted in her service to women in need, leadership, and patience during her illness. Vicenta Galate Alonso, educated by the Daughters of Jesus of Burgos, was sent to Brazil in 1909 to establish a community. She dedicated herself to teaching and served as porter and sacristan for her community until her death in 1960.
The newly appointed Vice President, Dr. Michael Usi, has conveyed a blend of emotions, expressing gratitude for the opportunity to serve as the country's second citizen, highlighting the importance of the role in national leadership and unity. He made the remarks during his inaugural address as Vice President at the Parliament building in Lilongwe. Usi also acknowledged a sense of sadness, reflecting on the passing of former Vice President Dr. Saulos Chilima, recognizing his impact on Malawi's political landscape. Emmanuel Chiwocha compiled the report, read by Bridget Mwanoka.
Vice President Michael Biziwik Usi, speaking at the inauguration ceremony, expressed his sorrow at taking the oath in the same place where the late Vice President Dr. Saulos Klaus Chilima's body lay in state. Usi thanked the late Vice President Chilima for believing in him as his running mate and expressed gratitude to President Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera for the opportunity to serve as Vice President of Malawi. He also thanked Malawians for their unity during the funeral of Dr. Chilima and 8 others.
And as I stand here to take the oath of office, which I've taken as Vice President of Malawi, I am filled with gratitude. I'm grateful to late Dr. Chilima, affectionately known to us as SKC, for being the first to believe that I could be Vice President. When he chose me as his running mate and as Vice President of UTM 5 years ago, I'm also grateful to you, Mr. President, for sharing in that belief by having me as a senior member of your government from the beginning until now.
Usi pledged to uphold the legacy of the United Transformation Movement, UTM Tsogora Tulowala, and lead the UTM party to success. Additionally, he promised to serve Malawians to the best of his ability.
Chief Justice Rezini Nzikamanda has called on the newly sworn-in members of the Malawi Electoral Commission (MEC) to serve the country in electoral processes without favoring any group of people. Nzikamanda made the remarks on Friday morning at the High Court premises in Lilongwe when he presided over the swearing-in ceremony of the newly appointed MEC chairperson, Justice Annabel Mtalimanja, and 2 commissioners, Reverend Philip Kambulire and Limbikani Kamlongera. President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera appointed the three following the expiry of the term of the previous office bearers, including the former MEC chairperson, Justice Dr. Chifundo Kachale. Speaking to journalists after taking her oath of office and allegiance, Justice Mtalimanja said she is ready to serve the people of Malawi in as far as electoral processes are concerned, is guided by the law. This is what Justice Mtalimanja said.
We're going to continue with the mandate of MEC and the calendar that has already been set for 2025. Today we've been sworn into office and then we're going to start the work. I will be able to brief you more on that once we settle down into office. As you already know, we already have by-elections underway in Mangochi and in Luntha. That is what we're going to start on.
The Great Hope Foundation has emphasized the need for Malawi to transition from non-renewable to renewable resources to combat climate change and achieve the Malawi 2063 vision goals. The organization's executive director, Raphael Stanford Chantumba, expressed these views in Lilongwe during a campaign supporting the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty. This campaign aims to develop ideas to fight climate change and endorse the treaty in developing countries. Cherit Chilanga compiled a report read by Tandiwe Msumara.
Chantumba underscored the impacts of non-renewable resources to the environment, urging youth in the country to take lead in the enforcement of the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty and manage a global transition to safe, renewable and affordable energy for all. He said reducing fossil emissions is crucial to address climate change and promotion of healthy living, while stressing the need for the country's youth to coordinate all the efforts, saying the future belongs to them. He then called on artists in the country to use their art in advocating for the fight against climate change, saying they are crowd pullers of information.
Many emphasis. We are moving forward in the transition of using the non-renewable resources into renewable resources. So our main purpose is to achieve agendas that are aligned with Malawi 2063.
One of the artists engaged in the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty campaign from Chinsapo Arts Theatre, Blessings Mukatipa, vowed to render information concerning climate change through his art to the public.
Each and every activity that we do, there's a lot of people who follow us. So whenever we talk, people, they believe in that thing. And we believe that everything that we say, it's easy to be adopted by people.
Non-Proliferation Treaty was adopted in France at the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. It is aimed at promoting the transition to cleaner and renewable resources of energy to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and combat climate change. The campaign brought together faith-based organizations, civil society organizations, university and college students. A similar activity is also expected to take place in all regions of the country, especially Blantyre, Zomba and Mzuzu.
You're watching News Live on Luntha TV. We take a short break. Stay with us.
The Intercongregational Institute, ICI, is a formation community and an institute of philosophy and religious studies founded in 1986 by the Association of Main Religious in Malawi, AMREM, which is under the jurisdiction of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi, ECM. as a constituent college of the Catholic University of Malawi, CUNIMA, ICI was established to provide for religious and missionary societies in Malawi who aspire to be religious. The institute is now calling for applicants to enroll into the new program of Bachelor of Arts degree in Religious Studies. The program commences in the 2024-2025 new academic year in August this year. Admission requirements include evidence of proficiency in English, 6 credits in MACE examinations, including English or its equivalent, and an aggregate of not more than 30 points. Students holding less than 6 credits may be admitted as free auditors but may not take exams and will be given only a certificate of attendance which cannot be used to pursue further studies. Send your applications now to be considered for this program. For more information, contact the Dean of Studies on +265 987 713 457. Email deanofstudies.ici@gmail.com. Intercongregational Institute, ICI, for God's glory.
Luntha TV is now on Zuku Channel 51. You can get yourself a Zuku decoder from the Luntha TV offices in Area 2, Lilongwe, and from all the St. Manford bookshops across the country in Kasungu, Lilongwe, Salima, Dedza, Balaka, Zomba, Mulanje, Blantyre, Chikwawa, Mwanza, and Mangochi. For more information, contact 0883 815 055 or 0996 892 965. Get a Zuku decoder today and not miss daily mass, worship and prayers, news bulletins, and so much more on Luntha TV, bringing wisdom into your home.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Luntha TV News and I'm Kathy Matura. Before we proceed, here is a recap of the headlines.
Pope Francis approves decree of martyrdom for Albanian priests and recognizes heroic virtues of 4 individuals. Michael Usi assumes vice presidency, reflects on legacy of Dr. Saulos Chilima. New MEC chairperson Justice Ntalimanja vows to ensure integrity and credibility of 2025 elections. In international news, Kenyan anti-tax protests turn deadly as 29-year-old man is fatally shot.
Moving on, the Catholic Commission for Justice and Peace, CCJP, has called for formation of networks amongst stakeholders aimed at fostering collaboration and sharing best practices and strategies to combat gender-based violence, GBV. CCJP's GBV Gender Project Officer Stella Zimba made the remarks earlier today during a stakeholders regroup and reflection meeting on GBV and gender-related laws and a project they are implementing with funding from NCA-DCA Joint Country Program. Here is Tandiwa Msumara giving us more.
Zimba said CCJP notes that establishing a platform for reflection on gender-based violence, GBV, and gender-related laws alongside mapping out tailored strategies for institutions and organizations creates a comprehensive approach to tackling GBV. She expressed hope that through such informed discussions, stakeholders can be empowered with the knowledge and tools needed to advocate for effective legal reforms and implement robust prevention and response mechanisms.
The representation in here, the knowledge which they are going to acquire here to implement their own activities in their respective organizations. For example, in churches, it means they'll be able to create awareness about these clubs, which would also include in the local communities.
APAM National Executive Council Deputy Secretary Virginia Shimonzi has since lauded the knowledge they have been imparted with, saying they will put in more effort in contributing towards a safer and more equitable society, addressing the root causes of GBV and providing the necessary support for victims.
We were not aware of some laws that address the gender-based violence, so we are going to enlighten our members so that whenever they have come across this violence or whenever they become victims of this violence, they will know where to address and what to do and when to act against the gender-based violence.
The meeting earlier today was one of the initiatives that the Catholic Commission for Justice and Peace CCJP, with funding from NCADCA, a joint country program, is implementing under a project entitled Enhancing Effective Protection and Promotion of Rights of Women and Girls from Gender-Based Violence through Improved Justice Delivery, Self-Advocacy and Self-Activism in Karonga District. For Luntha News, this is Tandiwe Mzumara.
Setting family goals using a household approach has proven beneficial for many families participating in the Integrated Resilience Program by the Find Your Feet organization in Balaka District. In the area of Sub-Traditional Authority Chembera, where the project is active, some farmers have reported that their families are now more stable and aligned in their objectives after creating 5-year plans. Rashida Matandika reports from Balaka.
In their integrated resilience program, Find Your Feet is also promoting gender transformative concepts to ensure meaningful participation for everyone. Using a household approach to help farmers develop visionary plans, the program is already yielding impressive results. For instance, Maria Torre from Kokota village in Sub-TA Chembera mentioned that her family has successfully included their children's educational needs in their plans while establishing sustainable goals for their home. Mwaiwa Ontala, the district coordinator for the Integrated Resilience Program project, stated that the approach fosters collaboration among family members, giving them the opportunity to discuss and agree on their family priorities.
We also took an advantage of showcasing that intervention. It's another gender transformative approach which we are promoting. We are calling it we are calling it household approach.
Farmers are encouraged to develop a 5-year strategic plan that includes securing funds and savings. This involves participating in village loans and savings schemes to help achieve their goals. Find Your Feet is carrying out the Integrated Resilience Program project in Balaka District with funding from the World Food Program, WFP. Rashida Matandika, Luntha TV, Balaka.
St. Stefano Secondary School in Lilongwe has challenged its students to take education as an investment that will give them better results in the near future. Gesom Banda, the school's managing director, told the wards to focus on things that will help them achieve more in their academic journey. He was speaking earlier today during the graduation ceremony of Form 4 students who are expected to sit for the national examination soon. Bernard Mwanza reports.
The Form 4 students are expected to sit for the national examinations from the 2nd July 2024 as set by the Malawi National Examinations Board, MANEB. During the graduation ceremony at the Mela Motel in the capital Lilongwe, the school's managing director, Gerson Banda, challenged the students that nothing can stop them from achieving their goals, but that they should take away all things that can disturb them as they approach the examinations, such as social media. On the other hand, the school's head teacher, Reverend William Solomon, said it has been a tough journey for this cohort of students as they have faced a number of challenges reaching this far, such as a 3-week closure of the school late last year.